Good morning, good morning. This one here going to be a little different from the past. This first part I'm going to talk about, I just want you to kind of focus on it real good, and then I'm going to go into a Bible verse and chapter. So here we go. Every day there is something about yourself you dislike, whether it be the sins you have, the opinions you have about different things. People have vices such as drinking, gambling, and then as you get older, there's such thing as gray hairs, gaining weight. These are things that you don't like about yourself. So listen to this chapter and verse. Matthew 7 chapter, and first verse going to about the third, fourth verse, basically says in so many words, "Judge not that ye be not judged. For what you judge with, so will you be judged. With the measure you use, so will you be measured." So I have a question for you. Can you have unconditional love for people who have differences from yourself, or even different political differences and preferences? Also, can you love a sinner but hate their sins? And the answer is absolutely you can. Because every day when you wake up and look at yourself, those sins and those dislikes and those opinions that you have, you overlook them. And then at the end of the day, you still love yourself. So going back to Matthew 7 chapter, "Judge not that ye be not judged. For what you judge with, so will you be judged. With the measure you use, so will you be measured." So if you have that unconditional love for yourself, you need to have that same unconditional love for other people. The anger, hate, and rage that we have going on today, if we had that unconditional love for each other, it wouldn't be here. So right now, with everything that's going on, I'm telling you, God is not happy with what people are doing. And when God's not happy, and he's, I ain't gonna say angry, but dislikes the things that we're doing, there's some punishment that comes. So whenever I start thinking about punishment, I start thinking about my dad. And everybody know my dad is a Baptist preacher. And one of the things he did with me, and I'll talk about me, he always gave me opportunities. So initially he'd tell me, "Hey, you need to stop that. Hey, you need to quit that. Next time you do something, I'm gonna get you." And then, before long, that punishment comes in. Well, the punishment it wasn't that bad. The two things I hated the worst was right before the punishment, he'd go back and start telling me about all the things that I did. "Remember I told you when you did this, I was gonna get you? And then when you did this, I said I was gonna get you. And then I told you about doing that." And it's like, man, I forgot about that one. And then he keeps on and look, "Remember I told you about this, told you about that?" Then it gets to that point where you like, you let me do all of that and hadn't whooped me yet? Look, you can go ahead and just give me the belt and let me whoop myself. But even after the punishment and went through that, this was the worst thing. After he beat the hell out of me, literally, then he would tell me, "Hey, come over here and sit by me." Seriously? Now you just beat the hell out of me and you want me to come and sit by you. But this is what God is trying to get us to understand. There's an unconditional love that we should have for ourselves, just like other people, and that same unconditional love God has for us. If we all just step back a little bit, take time to understand everybody is not going to be like us, things will be so much different. Morning motivation, more to come.